Hello, my fiery friends. Welcome to another awesome and fiery fun stream. I'm your host, the Infernoman here, and hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. Alright, so I actually didn't realize that Midweek Magic this week is going to be focused around one of my favorite formats that sadly has not made its way to Arena yet. So, what exactly will we be playing today? Well, I'm glad you asked. So without further ado, let's just jump into right now and show you exactly what we're going to be playing with today. Alright, let's get to it here. Historic Pauper has once again returned to Magic the Gathering Arena. I really wish this format was actually a legit format in the game. So, in other words, that means it's going to be a deck that's built around all common cards. No uncommons, rares, or mythics needed. This is going to be just simple, straight up, easy to play fun. So, without further ado, join me today for the Midweek Magic event as we try to get our first 3 wins here, and then of course we'll play something that's a lot more stronger in just a little bit. But for today, it's going to be of course Pauper Goblins. Rakdos colors to be precise though. So, as always, we'll go over the deck real briefly, we'll talk about the stats of the deck for just a moment. And then, of course, we'll play our matches. Since this is going to be Midweek Magic, the goal is to just finish our 3 games, get our 3 bonuses and wins. And then from there, we'll then merge right into the actual real Goblin deck that I want to talk about later today. So, as always, let's cover now, first off, the stats of the deck. Longtime viewers of the channel know how we do it. We have to talk about the stats of the deck before we dive right in. So, Pauper Goblins, as I mentioned right now, is going to be Rakdos colors, which means it's going to be black and red. Average mana curve is going to be about 2.0, but actually that is misleading, so I'll talk about how that actually changes in a bit. In total, we have 12 creatures in the deck. We have 8 instants, 16 sorceries, 4 artifacts, and 20 lands total. So, Pauper Goblins. Reason why we're looking at goblins is thanks again to the Hobbit set, which had us now give a new round of goblins, and actually it's one of my favorite creature types. These cruddy, goofy, gross little creatures just sometimes just keep coming back for more and more. So, this time around with the help of the Hobbit, our biggest focus again is going to be trying to go big with some amass tokens. So amassing goblins to hopefully make a couple of big goblins to hopefully overwhelm our opponent and smash our way to victory. But thankfully, because this is the Pauper format, we actually have access to some cards that typically are not usually used, but we can take full advantage of for this format. So we'll talk about what I mean by that in a second. But otherwise, let's go over the cover of the deck now as a whole. So as I mentioned earlier, we're just trying to amass a bunch of goblins and just going to get super aggro and just be super reckless with our damage. So starting in the 1-drop slot here, we have Tidings of War. So from the Hobbit set, we get to amass goblins 1. What this means is anytime you amass a goblin, or at least kind of do the amass ability, you start creating a token. Every time you amass, as long as you have a token that has amass on it, then you can start growing it and growing it in bigger and bigger. So in this instance here, say like you have amass goblins 1, so that's a 1/1 goblin army creature token. And then say if you do amass it maybe for 2, then that goblin token becomes now a 3/3 because you add 2 more +1/+1 counters to the goblin army token. Hopefully, again, you're not confused by that, but that essentially just means that every time we cast it, it gets bigger and bigger. So with Tidings of War here, it just creates for us one of our tokens. If we manage to flash this back for 4 mana, we can amass goblins 3 later on. We have access also to a bit more of an aggro plan here with Goblin Bushwhacker, so this actually is a cool card here. It has Kicker on it. It's just a 1/1. However, if we kick it, gives all of our creatures +1/+0 and haste until end of turn, which is a great way to kind of go super wide and super big really quickly to smash our way in. We do need some spot removal, so we have to throw in Stir Up Trouble here. I suppose you could use other removal, but this one, of course, has a goblin art on it, so I figured, you know what, for flavor purposes, we'll just throw it on there just for fun. You have to sacrifice an artifact or a creature, or pay an additional 4 mana to destroy a target creature at sorcery speed. Speaking of sorcery speed also, we have access to an exclusive burn spell for us since we are playing goblins. Goblin Grenade. Man, this is actually a really good card for us, and actually I do abuse it anytime I build a goblin deck in Historic and back. So, for this one, you have to sacrifice a goblin to use it, but you can deal 5 damage to any target. 5 damage for 1 mana is actually an insanely good value. It's better than Lightning Bolt and better than anything else in the, and actually all of Arena. So, if you're playing goblins, this is an auto-include. And the fact that it actually is common just makes it even hilariously more powerful for us. I'm actually surprised they didn't ban this card for the format, but I'll take full advantage of that. Going into the 2-drop slot, we have Deadly Dispute here. So you have to sacrifice an artifact or a creature, but you get to draw 2 cards and create a treasure token to help us just ramp and draw through our deck. We throw in Goblin Town Flunkies here. So this is a Goblin Soldier. He has haste. It's a 1/1 for 2 mana. When he enters, you amass Goblins 1. So sometimes this just makes one of our, again, maybe like our Tidings of War or other amass army of Goblin tokens just to get bigger. But if nothing else, just, again, it's 2 for 1 body at the very minimum. Speaking of amassing, we also will throw in Goblin Plate Mail here. So this is an artifact equipment. When it enters, you amass Goblins 1, then attach this equipment to the amassed army. So maybe if you actually attach this to, again, Tidings of War, or Goblin Town Flunkies once you've already created your Goblin army, it will make it bigger, and then it also gives the equipped creature +1/+0 and Menace. Equipping it for 4 is also a little too slow. Even at Pauper level, you probably don't want to spend that much just to equip it. So instead, if you have to use it later on, you can always just sacrifice it to, say, Deadly Dispute or Stir Up Trouble, just to, again, get more value out of the plate mail. On the 3-drop slot, we'll throw in Rage into the Valley here. So for 3 mana, sorcery speed, you draw a card, you lose 1 life, but also you get to amass goblins too. So another way to create a Goblin Army token, or just to make another current Goblin... Another way to create or increase the size of a Goblin Army token. Yeah, words are hard. Words are hard. Any case, moving on, we have also Elder Auntie here. So this was from Lorwyn here. When it enters, you create a 1/1 black and red Goblin creature token. So this one does not do the amassing army thing of any kind. However, again, just creates for us a token, just helps us make our plan go bigger. And then finally here, this is actually a very deceptively good card here. Snuff Out is also available, and it is Pauper legal. If you control a swamp, you can pay 4 life rather than pay 4 mana for this, and that means you can destroy a non-land black creature, but it cannot be regenerated. So in other words, you can pay basically 4 life and then cast this for free. So actually, you don't have to pay the 4 mana if you don't need to. There might be some instances where you might actually want to do that, and you probably don't want to hit yourself for 4 life, so it at least gives you that flexibility with this removal spell. And then as far as our mana base is concerned, this is only just going to be for the Pauper, Historic Pauper event, so we're only going to throw in 8 swamps, 8 mountains, and we'll throw in Goblin Town here. So this enters tapped. However, you can tap it to add black or red mana. And then for 4 mana, tapping this and sacrificing the land, you can put 2 +1/+1 counters on a Goblin or Orc you control at sorcery speed. So again, just helps us, again, just pops up one of our other goblins. It just makes it bigger. But if nothing else, it just helps us with the game plan overall. Since this is going to be only for the Midweek Magic event, just to get us started, there is no sideboard to talk about. But if you do want a sideboard, I guess we could try to throw something together a little bit later on, maybe after we finish the event. So if you actually do like this for any kind of given reason, I can discuss for you later on that if you want to see it. But otherwise, that is going to be the whole deck for you guys in a nutshell. So let's go ahead, let's take our Pauper Goblins deck into the Midweek Magic event. Let's get our wins, and let's see how well this deck can do. At least until we can get the server running. Okay. Waiting. Now, don't tell me this is going to be the same bug we had last weekend. So last week when we tried to get the Midweek Magic event going, the moment we jumped into the server, the game pooped out on us. So I might have to reset here again. Hold on one second, guys. Come on. Please do this. Oh boy, not again. Okay, so, all right. I'll give it another second here, but I'm probably gonna have to reset this. This happened last week. Literally the exact same thing. We picked our deck. We went into that. We clicked on it. It said waiting for server for like 2-3 minutes, and nothing happened. So, all right. Give me a second here, everybody. Hold on. All right, don't worry. I'm still here for a second, but I just need to do a quick little reset here. That's embarrassing. All right, so Arena once again decided to have a hiccup. But we will end this task real quick, reset the game. And again, I'm going to bounce out for just a second. Okay, hold on, folks. Don't worry. I'll be right back. Be right back. I'm still here. Just need to get to... getting the game going, because we love how Arena likes to have technical bugs. All right, resetting it. Resetting myself. Don't worry, we're still here, everybody. While I'm trying to reset this real quick, everyone, how's everyone's week been going so far? Have anybody of you been cracking any of the Hobbit booster packs? Have you cracked anything awesome? Has anybody been daring enough to actually get collector boosters? Let me know in the comments below, and I would love to hear from you guys. All right, okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can just jump back into the game right now. There we go. Yay, we did it. Yay, okay. Finally, okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right, we're getting in. We're getting our first game going here. Oh, finally. All right. So let's see. All right, so we got our first game going right here. Okay, so we got the Bushwhacker, we got Stir Up Trouble, Elder Auntie. Nothing that can really be casted per se, so we're gonna mulligan real quick. Okay. I guess we'll keep this hand. We'll put back the Snuff out. We won't need that just yet, but we will do Tidings of War. All right, we mass Goblins 1. All right, we got our first Goblin on the field. Swamp Burrowing Banemaker. Oh. This actually is kind of clunky because that means now our Snuff Out probably won't be as effective, but we can still try to make it work. For now, though, Goblin Town Flunkies. Mass Goblins 2. We swing. They'll probably block the token. All right. So we can get this going here. Down to 17. Okay, cool. We got our first hits in. Wait, somebody's saying something on the chat? I can't read it because when I was resetting things, I didn't see it. So hold on one second. Who would that be? Because I can't see it right now on here. All right. Nightshade Dryad. Awesome. Okay. Hold on one second. Flunkies again. So it looks like they're just playing Death Touch stuff. I'm going to swing with our big token here. Of course they block. And there we go. We do lose our Amass token, but that's okay. We can always rebuild it. All right, opponent, what you got? I see someone on the chat there. So hello, my fire friend. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at, and thanks again for joining us. Again, do apologize for a second there, because for some reason I was trying to look at your name, so I apologize. I can't see it because once I was resetting everything, it erased the chat for just a second there. All right, so let's see. I think we'll Goblin Bushwhacker. This gives us a little bit of pump so we can push through damage. With Goblins, we just got to be aggressive. At least for this build here, we're just trying to get our wins in as quick as possible. So we're just going to push out things as much as we can. Okay, opponent. Okay, let's just do our damage down to 11. Okay, looking pretty good. All right, Nightshade Dryad number 2. Okay. Oh, it's you, Ellie Gamer. Okay, what's up? Hello. There we go. Yeah, sorry about that. I was trying to find. I'm like, wait, I can't squint hard enough to see it on the replay there. But it's you. So yeah, apologize for that. Yeah, just when I was trying to reset things, it erased your messages. But I see you now. So how are you doing today, Ellie Gamer? Hopefully, again, we're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us. Appreciate you, by the way. All right, no attacks yet, because now we're in a clunky spot. We need a black source. A black source here, we can actually get back into this fight. Meanwhile, our opponents are playing Death Touch creatures. Their spider gets a little bit of an oomph, but they can't swing with it, so at least we're okay for now. Okay. Horrific Assault. All right, well, there goes one of our goblins. That stinks. Okay, anything else, opponents? Swinging? Maybe? Yes, no? Nope. Okay. Okay, still getting a mountain, so that's not really helping us, but I guess that allows us to use Elder Auntie. Okay, so we make a token. Still no attacks yet. So we're a little bit of a weird stalemate. I forget that when it comes to playing Pauper decks, while fun, I do enjoy them, they definitely will slow down a lot because they don't have some of the bigger stuff that more powerful decks that use something beyond commons have. So in other words, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I mean, without many spot removal cards or wrathing, it gets a little tougher to work with stuff here. But we still can. We totally can. Okay, opponent's down to 1 card. Do they play it? Yes? No? Maybe? Opponent, what you got? Okay, we're really getting... Okay, no, seriously, where are our swamps? Oh, this is going to take forever at this point. Tidings of War. So, okay, so we make another Amass token. But we can't do anything until we get all these Death Touchers out of the way. Alright. Alright, man. So they can sacrifice a creature if they want to draw a card. Okay. So for now, Opponent swinging. This time we're just going to let the damage through since we're still at 20. Okay, no blocks. Very obnoxious deck. Okay. Opponents. If they want to sacrifice, they can. They equip to the Eye Horror. Tidings of War. Okay. Alright, deck. I really, really could use a swamp. I literally need one swamp in order for us to do anything. Otherwise, yeah, this is going to be a long game. There's more Prowler. Our Snuff Elves can take out their other green creatures, but they can't take out the black creatures. Okay. There is a way to victory here if our deck allows us to have it. Totally not frustrating, by the way. Ugh. Down to 12. We're on a 3-turn clock at this point. Okay, they equip again. Okay. Try to find a way out of this, everybody. We are trying. Okay, another... Oh, come on! Come on! Oh, don't do this to me! Oh, no! Where's my swamps? Oh, I'm gonna cry in the corner here. Oh, good lordy. Ay, ay, ay. Dang. Deck is betraying me so hard right now. Is there a way out of this, or are we literally just going to lose from the most dumbest of reasons? Maybe I should have put in more tap lands. I don't know. I guess I could have put in more tap lands, but I don't know. I don't want to feel like I can't cast any spells. But is that worse than what we have right now? I don't know, everyone. What do you think? Should I have added in more tapped duels for Pauper? Was I being a little too conservative there? Okay. Opponent swinging. And swinging. Okay. So... this creature dies. If it wasn't blocking, draw a card. Okay. Oh dear. Feels like there's not going to be really much of anything else. They're just going to get their things going here. All right, we go to 8. Guildsworn Prowler. Okay. So that means they get to draw a card off of that. Annoying. Still have plenty of mana to do their thing. We cannot cast any of our black spells. It's okay. It's okay. Not mad. Not mad. It's just Midweek Magic. We're not trying to rank up or anything, so we're not doing anything bad. It's just... oh, dear. Alright, maybe I should have made this deck just mono red. If our deck feels like it just wants to do that. And I can't even swing with this thing because this stupid card has on it... okay, during our turn they have first strike. Okay. Because even if I swing with that, it's just going to get chump blocked, and our big creature just gets out of the way. I don't even know. Maybe I just should swing? I don't know. I mean, they'll probably block with one of their 1/1s, like the Serpent Specialist. And yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting choice, but okay. Oh, they didn't have to do that. Doesn't have first strike unless it's their turn. Did our opponent read that wrong? I mean, yay for us. At least we get the bigger creature out of the way. So the flyer is gone. I don't know if our opponent did that on purpose or not. Okay, Specialist. Gets its power-up bump. Okay. Jousting Lance. Alright, goes on there. Running out of time. We probably have at most one turn to get one black source. Okay, they get pump. 2 cards, opponent. What do you have? Opponent. I mean, you have 2 cards in hand, opponent. How long could this take? Come on. Master of Perfection. Okay, so there goes our other creature. Anything else? Okay, big swing. All right. So at this point, it's pretty much over. Their Death Touch plan actually worked, and we just failed to get any of our removal. Actually, we just failed to get a black source completely. So block there, block there. Okay. Yeah. That stinks. And wow. Just mountains? Ugh. I mean, I'd cast the Tidings of War, but that's not enough. We'll just concede here. Absolutely ridiculous. That's a terrible way to lose, by the way. Your deck just actually did not draw a single mana source you actually needed. Ooh, that stinks. All right, well, we take our first L for the Midweek Magic events. But again, it's not like it's anything horrible. It's just obnoxiously annoying. But okay, we're going to shake that off. We're going to try to keep it positive. We're going to try again for the next one. All right, let's try this again. Let's see. Can this time around we can get our victory here? Okay, so, okay, we got a mountain and a swamp. Finally. Okay, we got the Goblin Grenade, Flunkies, Snuff Out, Rage in the Valley. Okay. Got good card draw. We have good ways of drawing into what we need. I think this should be fine. This should be fine. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and keep our hand here. Opponents playing an island. What you got, opponents? What you playing? Ninjas? Fairies? Flyers? Oh, it is fairies. See? How did I know? Okay, so from there, wait it out for a second. So what's nice is the Snuff Outs can actually help us out here, but we will be taking lots of damage if we actually use them. So it depends on what our opponent does here. If they're doing ninja stuff, we might as well blow up the Snuff Out, or a Snuff Out whatever they take. Okay, Fairy Miscreant, number 2. Okay, they draw a card. Okay, so for there, opponent swinging. Ninjutsu? Or it's just fairies? Ah, figured. Okay, so with that, so it is a ninja deck. So Snuff Out. Take a heavy hit there, but at least we slow them down completely. Okay, Goblin Town. So for this, we will play Goblin Flunkies. Alright, Mass Goblins 1. We swing here. Obviously, they're not going to block because they do need that fairy to stay alive. Down to 19. So we're going to be a little bit more of a risk-taking move here. Fairy Miscreant. They'll draw their next card. So their plan, I'm guessing, is they're going to try to throw out their little Fairy Miscreant. They're going to swing. They think they're safe. We'll get them right here. Watch. Watch. Wait, nope. Oh. Not have another... Okay, cool. Honestly, thought they had another ninja there. Okay. Well, maybe that actually not be too bad for us then. So for that, we might as well swing while we can. Let's get our swings in. Oop. Own it. Brine Barrow Intruder here. Okay. And then for this, Snuff Out. Intruder goes bye-bye. Opponent, what you blocking? Okay, they block there. That's fine. Deadly Dispute. Sack the Goblin. Draw 2 cards. Down to 18. Ooh. Okay. So, I guess we'll have to end the turn there. Dang. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, everyone. Okay, 2 Fairy Miscreants coming at us. Do they ninjutsu in anything? Okay, Ninja of the Deep Hour. Okay. Down to 8. They draw a card. They get a land. Miscreant plays again. Okay. Alright. Tidings of War. So, are we too far away from us to actually do anything at this point? Let's swing here. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to get our win here, but we'll try. So let's see. We will... Goblin Grenade. So it is nice, the damage you can do. 5 damage actually is nothing to sneeze at right there. We have Tidings of War. And then from there, you can actually Goblin Grenade again. But that's not going to be enough. Okay, they go to 7. Oh, if we only had like 1 more Goblin Grenade, maybe we can get them. Okay, swing again. Down to 4. Okay, they draw the card. Yeah, very meta deck. Because we've seen this before many, many times. And at this point, they probably have enough for counter spells. Yep. Spike. Alright, and with that, that is game again. Wow, our goblins are not doing it? Well, that's stinky for us. I want to see if we can get at least a couple wins with this. At least a couple. I mean, come on, this is Pauper now. Gotta get something, right? Right? Okay, it's fine. We're shaking it off. And we will try again. All right. All right, let's get this started one more time. All right, so from here, tap lands abounds, but that's okay. That's okay. No big deal. All right, so with that... Are goblins there? Okay, so at least it's mono red. Maybe? I hope it's mono red. Okay, opponent, what you playing? Okay, Kessic Flame there. Okay, so it's a burn deck. Okay, that's fine. We don't mind a burn deck. We can deal with that. So for now, not the most ideal way to do this, but we're going to play a Goblin Bushwhacker. We got to blow up the Flame Breather. So thankfully we do have a Stir Up Trouble. And we do have Flunkies. Okay, Kiln Fiend, okay. So I'm guessing our opponent's going to try to get that Kiln Fiend to go off. Shock, okay. They ping us. We lose our Bushwhacker. That's annoying. Not the worst, but that's okay. Okay, cool. So for that, Flunkies. Alright. Stir Up Trouble. We will sacrifice our Goblin Army. Kiln Fiend is going to be the one to go. Cool. Nice. Okay, we got that out of the way. That slows down the burn deck. I should know. I definitely am a person that loves to play burn decks. Okay, opponents. Warlord Fury. So they're going to start pinging. Drawing cards. Okay. Opponent, do you swing? Yes. Nope. Okay, what are we doing, opponent? Festival Crasher. Okay, they're going to still see if we can try to push through with their little combo, but we'll see if we can get around it. Elder Auntie. Okay, make a token. Can't swing yet. It's okay, we're going to wait it out. Okay, Festival Crasher number 2. 3 cards in hand, opponent. What you got? What else do they have? All right, let's see. Opponent. Still trying to... New thing here. Okay, so Festival Crasher. Getting a little big there. A little scary. Just a little scary. Okay, they swing. They can trample over everything we have, so we got to take the hit, unfortunately. It's okay. Okay, got a swamp. So let's see. We will Deadly Dispute now. Sacrifice the token. Draw 2. Okay, we got to snuff out. That's actually what we wanted. So for that, Elder Auntie. Make a token. Pass. Okay, so the plan right now is whatever they pump, we can snuff out at least one thing. That might actually be less damage than what we might see coming up. Is it possible to get around this? Ren's Resolve, okay. Okay, we take our beats. Festival Crusher and a Lightning Strike. Okay. Okay, but they're not trampolies, so maybe we just block here instead. Block, block. Block, block. Okay. Anything else, opponents? We go to 7. Okay, Goblin Town number 3. Okay. So, no attack still. For a Goblin deck, we have not had a chance to really do much damage here, but we're going to try, everyone. I know we can get our wins in. And if nothing else, don't worry. We do have, of course, our much more stronger version of I'm sorry, no, I wasn't going to say elves. I meant to say, We have a much more stronger Goblin deck ready to go once this event's done. Okay, they ping. So for that, Deadly Dispute away Elder Auntie. Might as well get some value from her. Okay, opponents. Okay, got a grenade. No damage to us. Crash through. Okay. Honor the card. They got trample now. Ugh. That's not good. So, are we dead? Again? Aw. That's not fun. Let's see. I mean, I could snuff out here, but that's probably not enough. Okay. We can block here the 1 point of damage. So we go to 1. Yeesh. Sacrifice that token. Deadly Dispute again. Dang, we have not been able to really provide any good things against our opponents here. Okay, Rage into the Valley. That's not enough, though. Flunkies. All right. Make a token off of that, which is cute, but that's not enough. We could bushwhack our way to try to force through a little bit more damage. Unfortunately, it's too little too late. I think maybe I should have blown up the Flame Breather first. They go to 13. So you can see here, we can close the gap very quickly with our grenades. Down to 8. Yeah, it's still not enough, though. Again, sacrifice the tokens. That's not too bad. But yeah, down to 1 point, and we just did not have enough to push through the last points of damage. So we take our L again. Wow. Oh man. I was hoping this was going to be a quick little thing we could just get through, and then we'd be moving on to our upgraded deck. But look like right now, we're not doing it right now. Did we not put together the right Goblin deck for ourselves? I wanted to try out at least some of these new cards, but it seems like the Amass Goblin Army tokens are they're not up to snuff. But I don't want to give up just yet. I want to keep trying just a little bit more. If it really comes down to the fact that we don't get any wins with it, I mean, I can always just abandon this. We can just go right into our ranked historic that we were going to plan for. But let's see. Okay. So for now, let's keep. We'll see what we can do with this. Goblin Town coming in. Okay, opponent. Show me what you got. Swamp. Okay, that's not too bad. So for that, Plate Mail. Cool. We got a 2-1 here with Menace. Okay. Shrine Keeper. That's cute. I guess they're just going to play that instead. All right, that's fine. Actually, we'll hold on to the Snuff Out. With Menace here, we actually can push through. So let's see. Swing here for now. Get some early damage. Pass. We want to save all of our sacrificing stuff for a little bit later on once we got some tokens going. Okay. Opponent, what you got? Passion Orator. Okay, so they're life gain. That's cute, by the way. Okay, we'll take the damage. That's fine. Go to 18. Snuff Out now. Orator cannot do too much to us. Elder Auntie. Okay. Okay, make our tokens. Go to 16 against our opponent there. Okay, so if we can get at least a little bit more out of this, maybe the Bushwhacker might be our way to finish this one. Affinity Formula. Let's see. Okay. Whenever they attack, they gain life. That's annoying. No blocks. Go to 11. Okay, Goblin Grenades. So we have 2 of those for 10 damage. Okay. I think probably Elder Auntie again. Okay. Going wide. Down to 13. Okay, so I think we might be right where we want to be. If we can get at least 1 more land, then we should be solid. We can finally get our first win for this event. All depends on what our opponent plays here. As long as they don't play anything that's too heavily on life gain, we should be okay, right? Right? Okay. Opponent. Crusader of Odric. Okay, well, that's fine. We don't mind that. That's okay. We just need to get at least one more land. Can we get one more land? No, but okay. Well, Goblin Grenade's not bad. Okay, so for here... Okay. I'm going to do it this way. Bushwhacker. Get that full value. Big swing here. Opponent, do you block? That is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, that's actually lethal. Opponent, let me do it? Oh, thank you, opponent. All right, yay, we finally got our win for the first part of this event. All right, all right. Yay. Whew, I was going to say, well, that was going to take forever. But okay, we got at least one win with this. So see, the Goblins can do their plan, right? This is not that bad of a deck. Okay, so we got our wins for today there. Claim our card. Ooh, what do we get? What do we get? Ooh, we got a mythic. What do we get? Vaultborn Tyrant. Believe it or not, as much as I hate this card when I face off against it, I've actually never played with this card myself in an actual deck. Unless if it was, wait, maybe the Dinosaur deck we played a couple months ago? But honestly, we've actually never played this card like legit in a 60-card deck. Maybe at some point we'll do it once we get the remaining copies. But we'll see. CH1 CN Stu 580. Hello, my fire friend. Good afternoon. How you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us. Is Pauper available on Arena? Man, I wish it was. I really do wish. But this event is only just temporary. So only for like 2.5 days, we're only going to be able to play Pauper for a little bit. Kind of stinks though, because I do love it, and I really wish that Pauper was a permanent queue in Arena. But events like this make me really want to say, like, we really do need this on Arena for players out there that maybe don't want to spend, like, all their rares and mythics. So in short, not yet. I'll say it that way. Okay. Mounts of our opponent. We have the Goblin Town in. Okay, what's our opponent going to try to play? Alright, Faithless Looting. Okay. Well, it can't be anything too scary because... they don't have... I don't think they have anything scary to reanimate. Not at Pauper level. I could be wrong, though. Okay, opponent, what you dropping? You discarded 2 cards. Which 2 cards? Okay. Oh, it's a Madness deck. Okay, that's cute. But they can't... opponent, you can't play those cards. They threw them away, but they don't have the mana to actually cast them. Opponent, what are you doing there? They just go to the graveyard. Okay, well, I guess that helps us out a bit. So for now, Tidings of War. And that's our first token. We pass the turn. Chicken stew, that's how you say it. Okay, well, sorry about that. But thanks again for clarifying for me. Appreciate that, by the way. So I'll make sure to make a note of that for moving forward. Chicken stew. Cute, by the way. Okay. Meanwhile, let's see. Opponent, what are we doing? They're looking at our token. Oh, they burst lightning it. Okay. That's fine, I guess. We can always amass another goblin token if we need to. There we go. We got a mountain. So for that, Rage into the Valley. We lose 1 life, but we draw a card. We amass another goblin token. So I guess if our opponent wants to start burning up our tokens, so be it. And it looks like they will, but they won't have enough removal for everything, so they can't burn out everything. Sooner or later, they will run out of burn spells. Okay. Razor Trap Gorge. Opponents. Actually, maybe the Gorges probably would have been better for the deck because we use Snuff Outs. I'll make a note of that maybe if we don't make it to the next couple of games. Grab the prize. Okay. Card 2, okay. Elder Auntie. So for this, let's make our token. Pass here. Okay. So we're at 17. Opponent still hasn't taken any damage yet, but we're going to see if we can try to push through. Just trying to figure out. Okay, so if they're a Madness deck, okay, they got Chain Lightning. A lot of burn spells. So I'm guessing they're just Rakdos Burn with Madness stitched in. At least that's how I interpret their deck. But they're running out of cards, too. Faithless Looting. Okay. Opponent's going all in on the draw and discard. So I guess that helps us out a little bit here. But we really need to start to see if we can make some damage going. Okay. I'll throw the way 2 there. Kitchen Imp gets tossed, but they can't not cast it, so that's fine for us. That helps us out. Okay. Yep. Sorry, opponent. Goes to the graveyard. Okay, stir up trouble again. So this time around, we have all of our actual... all of our actual stuff here. You know what? We'll play the plate mail. May not get that much value off of it, but I'll take it. Okay. Lots of stuff my opponent has thrown away here. They ping us. Go to 16. Okay. Opponent, 3 cards in hand. Grab the prize. Okay. This time around, they actually played the Kitchen Imp. Okay. Okay, they play it for 1. They grab the prize. We get hit to 14. Do they swing? I realized the last time we played the Pauper event, we actually did play a Madness deck. But that was actually using some of the Marvel cards. Burst Lightning again. Okay. Okay, we got our Swamp, which is great. So for this, first off, we will actually... Let's get our damage in first. We'll go to 18. Stir up some trouble. Sacrifice our plate wheel. Okay, Kitchen Imp is gone. Okay. Pass from there. Okay, so if we need to, we have Deadly Disputes, and we still have a Snuff Out to get us through the next turn or so. Still got to save the Goblin Grenades until we actually can do some more damage. Okay, Bump of the Knights. We lose 3. Last card, opponents. Kitchen Imp. Oh, for full price. Okay. Gotta do what you gotta do, opponents. Don't blame ya. Okay, so for this... we've got to see if we can draw into some more action here. Okay, did not get anything just yet. Alright, Goblin Grenade that we can't use just yet, but we do have Tidings of War. Make a big token, and go from there. Dang, down to 7. Ugh. Our deck does like to dance on the risky side here. Okay. Opponent swinging. Because it's a black spell, we cannot use Snuff Out on it, which is annoying. But not, again, the worst. Okay, opponents. Pushes us to 5. Bump in the Knights. Okay. Ugh, not good. Elder Auntie. Okay, make a token. We will stir up some trouble. We sacrifice our big token there. Alright. Down to 15 opponents. 2 Goblin Grenades can do heavy, heavy damage. But that's not enough. Alright. Okay. Wow. Still looking like a really horrible player, everyone. But don't worry. Again, it's just Pauper. It's just for the event. So, no pressure. No big deal. Alright. Keep it going, everyone. We're not giving up. Gotta try to get our wins in today. We are trying. Alright. Let's try this again. Okay, so let's see here. Tidings of War. We can play the Plate Mail. Okay, I think we can do this hand for now. We don't have any black mana, but that's okay. We'll still make it work. Alright, so from there... Okay, opponents, what you got? What are we playing? Opponents, you there? Hello? Opponents, you there? Hello? Opponents? Are we there? Okay. Anytime now. Okay. Play the mountain. Okay, finally. Okay. Let's get our first token in, and we go from there. Ellie Gamer, hey Infernoman 64. They should make a game called Infernoman 64. Get it? Like Super Mario 64? Oh, hilarious. But actually, funny you brought that up. That is partially why I have my name as is. Some of my best and most fondest memories was, of course, enjoying playing a lot of N64 games from back in the day. Ooh, opponent actually did their block there. So we go push them to 18. But yes, I was very fond of a lot of N64 games from way back when. Although many of them, now that I've had a chance to actually play with them more, did not age too well. Okay, Faithless Looting. Okay, so it looks like our opponent's also playing Madness. It's fine. That is okay. Alright, so they do life gain and drain shenanigans. Okay. Alright, we're not getting quite our lands once again, but that's okay. We'll still make it work. Okay, we got a 4-3 amass. Okay, pushing them to 17. Maybe this might be the plan. Okay. We still need, however, ideally a swamp. Just in case. Let's see if we can get around it, though. But yes, I do love... Let's see, one of my favorite games that I'm so glad they actually remade was, what is it, Star Fox 64 from back in the day? Man, I love that game. I put in so many hours just to get all the medals for that way, way back. But I was really glad when that game got updated and added to the Switch 2. It looks fun. It's definitely a fun game. Ooh, put him out to 11. Opponent, we're running out of time here. Can we get our next win? Let's see. Opponent, 4 cards in hand. They still got a Faithless Looting. Okay, they got a Highway Robbery. They have to sacrifice a land. Or, okay. So here comes the Kitchen Imp. Opponent's graveyard? What's that supposed to be? Wait. As in, like, what they have in their graveyard? I mean, they're just tossing stuff in for their Madness ability. That makes them to cast these cards for way cheaper than they are. Is that what you were mentioning, LD Gamer? Okay, opponent. Chain Lightning. Which is a 9. Okay, Goblin Town Flunkies, okay. Alright, well, I guess we're on the go big plan here. But it is working. Push them to 3. Oh, man, this is the one time we actually would like a Goblin Grenade. Come on, deck. Pushes us to 8. Is there anything else you have, opponents? Faithless Looting. Do more card draw, more discard. Is that enough? Can we survive? Another Kitchen Imp. Alright, well, 2 Kitchen Imps can block. That may not be enough. Oh, wow, they're just going full aggro. Go to 4. Do they have 2 burn spells? Oh, please don't tell me they do. Burst Lightning. Down to 2. Oh, come on. Wow, they actually have the burn spells out? No! Oh, man. Oh, man. That just sucked. We had the win there so close, but they just found a way to burn us out. So I'm guessing everyone's playing the copy-paste version of the Rakdos Madness deck, which I'm not going to blame them. That probably is the best deck you could play in Pauper right now. That's okay. We're not giving up. We can see if we can at least get one more win. I would like us to get one more win to get our other remaining rare card. If we just get that, then we'll probably just move on to the actual upgraded version of what we want to play today, which we will cover in a bit. Don't worry. Goblin Town Flunkies. Let's see. Okay. Discard. What do we discard here? Probably Auntie. We're a ways away from casting her. No. We just got another one anyway. Okay. Flunkies. Coming in. Swinging. Down to 19. Okay. So, opponent. Grim Bauble. Okay. Did they get rid of our token? They do. It's fine. No, Rage. Okay. Okay. So, not quite where we want to be. Okay, we're Goblin Grenade. Fire in the hole. Oh, yeah. That is a big fire, by the way. Stir up trouble. Okay. Still not quite getting what we need here. Do I do this now? I don't feel like there's going to be much of a value if I hold on to it anyway, so. Okay. Down to 12. Trying to keep pace with our opponent here. Okay, Swamp. Raven of Fell Omens. So life gain and drain shenanigans are going to happen. Mechanical Offering. Okay, they ping us. They make a token. We go to 15. Oh, finally, there's our black source. Okay, so for this... Rage into the Valley. Make a new token. Okay, opponents. What are we doing? I will say there is something that I realize is kind of flawed about our deck, but we'll talk about that near the end of the stream itself. Okay, so we take out the hero token. Maybe. Sorry, opponent, you can't do that in instant speed. I think they were looking at their token thinking they could pump us. They can pump themselves up, but they can't do that. Okay, go to 12. Black Mage's Rod, it's equipped for 3. They can't equip it, so that's fine. That helps us out a bit. Okay, so... Opponent. Hopeless Nightmare. Annoying. Not the worst. We toss away, though, that we don't want. I think we'll toss away the plate mail. Just for now. Okay, they map token onto the Raven. Get another land. Play the land. Alright, Goblin Town flunkies again. So let's see. Alright. We'll do it this way. Get the damage in. Stir up trouble. We'll sacrifice this token. Okay. We're keeping pace. Keeping pace. Inch by inch, creature by creature, we have to grind out our win here. Packdoll Terror. Okay, every time another creature that controls enters, or an artifact, we lose life. Okay. Okay, not the worst, but not helpful either. Okay, make another token. LA Gamer. Hero token kind of reminds me of Mario coins. They kind of do. I mean, it kind of makes sense if you think about it. I mean, the hero tokens come from, what is it? It's representative of the generic heroes you can play with in Final Fantasy, so I guess that's on theme. So it is game themed, if you will. Alright, opponent is draining us out here. Alright. And I think with that, we might be done. Okay, Rage in the Valley. Okay. I mean, I can blow away this token, but man, that's so much damage lost there. But we're dead. Wow, we just can barely scrape by with one win. Come on, deck. Why are we just... We're just not getting our wins here today? Wow. I mean, I've said before on several streams, this is usually like the worst I've done, but wow, today definitely feels like it's painful today. I would have thought my silly little cobbled together my Pauper Goblin deck was going to do something. I hasn't really had a chance to do anything. Maybe we're just really not optimized for the format. Okay, well, we're still not giving up. We still want to see if we can get at least one win. One more win, and I think we'll just move on to our upgraded deck, which we'll talk about once we're done here. So let's do it this way. We'll try to see if we can get one more win. Win or lose on this one here, and then we're just going to move on to our upgraded deck, because I think we've kind of gotten the gist of what the deck is trying to do. But it seems like this Pauper Goblin deck is not quite up to snuff. I was hoping it was, but it's not doing as well as I thought it was going to do. But in my defense, I will say, this deck I put together, I put it together in like 5 minutes late last night at like 2 in the morning, so I did not have time to test it in any way. But it sounded good on paper. Okay, so with that, we'll keep this hand. And then from here, opponent. Okay, let's see what our opponent's playing. Opponent. Affinity for Anime. Hello, Infernoman. Hello, Affinity for Anime. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. And thanks again for joining us. What is MTG X Hobbit, Infernoman? Good question on that, Ellie Gamer. So that just means that we're mixing... We have a new set of Magic cards that are focused on set pieces and creatures and whatnot from the books, The Hobbit. Remember, for those that don't for those that actually don't know, The Hobbit actually predates Lord of the Rings. So think of it kind of like that's the first part of the story, and it continues with Lord of the Rings. I don't know if that helps you, but that's pretty much the gist of it. So that's our Goblins 1. Okay, so 1 token. Just 1 token. Well, we are going to make our progress here in a bit. Okay, opponent's playing a mountain, so are they playing Burn, Aggro, Mono Red Goblins? Are they doing also Madness stuff? I don't know. Okay, Plains. Okay. Humans? Oh, artifacts. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. So from here... Let's see. It's a non-black creature. Okay. Okay, make our token. Snuff out. We'll take 4 damage, but that's a small price to pay to push through this. Down to 17 opponents. Okay, so we are making our progress. That's good. Okay, mountain. Okay, assault robot number 2. Chain lightning. I keep forgetting chain lightning is legit in this format. I gotta remind myself about these things. Okay, rage into the valley. Draw into the card. We go to 15. Make a new token. Okay. Ren's Resolve. Okay, opponent got another Plains. Okay, so it is a Impact Tremors deck. Okay. Now I get it. Now I see what we're trying to do, opponents. So from there... Elder Auntie. Okay, so for that, a new token. Goblin Grenade. We will sacrifice this token. I honestly don't want to use my removal that way, but I feel like I have no choice. They have such high toughness that I can't really push through the damage as much as I'd like to. Okay. Any case here. Let's see. Opponent, what else you got? What else do we have? If we can get the Tidings of War maybe next turn or so, then probably we can actually push through some heavier damage. Okay, Reckless Impulse. Petrider's Humiliation. Another Alchemy-esque card. I mean, it's not like Alchemy prefer, but it does the same thing as what they do. Rally at the Hornburg. Okay. Gives all humans haste, but that means it won't affect Raphael, which is actually hilarious. Hiding? Wait, why were you hiding, LD Gamer? Did hide 10 jewels? Well, thank you for that. Appreciate that support, by the way. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Meanwhile, okay, Raphael's going to ping us. We go to 12. Okay, get a mountain. So let's see here. Tidings of War. Got now a big token. Now we're going to really try to force through damage. Okay. Push that out of the way. Okay. Okay, mechanized Ninja Cavalry. This creature enters. They make another token. Okay. Opponent is pinging us. And they're making progress a little bit more than I thought they were going to. Okay. Almost out of cards. Petrider's Humiliation. They get rid of our token. Man, we're just not pulling it off with this deck today. I was hoping we were going to do some more, but maybe goblins are just not optimized for this format. Or maybe I built it wrong. I don't know. What do y'all think? Did I make this deck wrong? I had some fun ideas that I thought were going to work, but right now it's just not looking good for us. Okay. Opponents. Okay, another land. Play with Elder Auntie. We still don't want to give up just yet. No attacks yet. We need to find a way to get rid of those high toughness creatures. That's the only thing that's really bothering me right now. For now, though, let us sacrifice that 1 token. See if we can draw 2 more cards. Okay, so at least we got the Bushwhacker. Okay, Tidings of War 2, that's good. Okay, so I think their only way of pushing through here is... I don't want to do this. Okay. Alright, so with that, no attacks yet. We get down the flunkies next turn, then we kick with Bushwhacker. That's what we're going to try to pull for. Okay, Reckless Impulse. Opponent's still trying to rally together more creatures. We're running out of time, though. We are definitely running out of time. Okay, they ping us for a chunk here. Go to 6. Okay, Goblin Town. Not quite what's going to help us. Okay, Flunkies. Take another big token there. Okay, we're going to kick. Big swing here. Is that enough? This technically would be lethal. Opponent does have to block everything. Okay. Block, block, block. Down to 11. So they have 1, 2, 3. Okay, Ornithopter. Are we dead here? Man, it's going to stink. Okay, down to 5. Down to 4. They swing. Okay. We go to 1. Is that it? Plate mail. Okay. Okay, mass there. Okay, get 2 more on it. Wait, did we get a win? Because they can't block the menace token. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, we stole one there. All right, all right. Oh wow, that was a great one right there. Get a round of applause for that one. Nice. Okay. Okay. So for now, pretty much we can finish this event. I mean, yes, we still need to get one more win to actually finish, but oh wow, that just took a long time. A lot longer than I thought it was going to take today. But okay. There we go, everyone. So we got our other rare card, which actually is gems. Gems are good. I'll probably just do the cosmetic on my own time. But otherwise, that is basically Pauper Goblins for you, everybody. I don't know. I guess I could say because of how the current meta is for Pauper in this format, Snuff Out actually doesn't really do that well. So I probably would replace this with maybe like Burst Lightning if you actually wanted to try something else. So if I was to do this again, yeah, Snuff Out can go bye-bye. And instead, we'll probably put in Burst Lightning. That would be our best bet here. Wait, hold on. I can't spell, by the way. Okay, so instead I'd probably put in Chain Lightning. I don't know why I said Burst Lightning. But I mean, you can use Burst Lightning, but Chain Lightning is actually better. So that's actually how I would do it. And then the only other tweak I would probably give to you, if I was to do this again, would be the Gorge. So that means Razor Trap Gorge. Since we do end up going really below 13 life very frequently with this deck, that actually might be your best tap land that can actually be untapped going forward. So that's probably the small tweaks I would do for it. But otherwise, that's going to be it for that, everyone. Ooh, let's get our pack. Let's get our pack. Yes. Crack a pack. What do we get? What do we get? Something good that we can use? Maybe? An unexpected party. We already did the dwarf deck, so yeah, maybe I'll do that on my own time, but okay, that's it for that one. But okay, for the remainder of the stream, let's say you do like goblins and you do like Rakdos, but what if you wanted to take goblins to the next level and make it even stronger than it currently is? So for the remainder of today's stream, we're going to play in the historic format a much more stronger version of goblins here. So this is Goblin Aristocrats. This one definitely focuses a lot more on a very specific plan. So this one is actually going to be utilizing the life gain and drain grind that goblins surprisingly have managed to kind of build themselves around. So that's going to be the name of the game. As far as the sideboard, I actually did not have enough time last night to put together a sideboard, so I do apologize on that. I know it looks a little clunky, but if I was to actually put together one, we'll talk about that as soon as I finish up the actual deck tech. We'll also explain. But otherwise, for now, in the early part of the game here, we'll have a lot of disruption and moving around of things, such as Fatal Pushes here. For spot removal, we have Thoughtseize, because this is going to be, as a reminder, an upgraded deck. So this one's not going to be, this will be non-budget, is what I'm trying to say. So that's going to be how we're looking at it. Thoughtseize here to disrupt again hand, so make sure our goblins can do their thing. If we have to sacrifice goblins, we'll throw in village rights here. Sacrifice any creature to draw 2 cards. Of course, we got to keep Goblin Grenade because that's definitely a strong card. It is sorcery speed, but it does effectively heavy damage, so we got to keep that. Now, as far as what we're going to try to utilize here to get more value out of goblins, again, this one's going to be a much more grindier one. So we're going to throw in Bothersome Noisemaker, since this is an uncommon, but it's a really good uncommon, by the way. Every time you cast a non-creature spell, you amass goblins 1. So anything like enchantments, artifacts, instants, or sorceries in our case here, we can start making goblin army that gets bigger and bigger as the game progresses. And we can sacrifice that at any time and just rebuild it over and over. Speaking of more sacrifice, we have Bolg's Company here. Goblin Soldier. This creature has haste as long as you control another goblin. And if you do, you can sacrifice another goblin to add Rakdos colors. That's actually a really good way to ramp yourself in a goblin deck. Not too often goblins get to do that, so this is actually a solid include. Speaking of sacrificing for value, we have Boggart Cursecrafter here. So we played this card from the Blightmare standard Goblins deck we played a couple months ago when Lorwyn first came out. But this is actually really great for us because since we are going to be sacrificing for value, whenever another Goblin you control dies, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. So the pings will add up very quickly with this Goblin. In the 3-drop slot, we have Boggart Mischief. I actually love what this card does. It's kind of a Bastion of Remembrance, but specifically for goblins. So it's a kindred enchantment, specifically goblin, as I mentioned. When it enters, you blight 1. If you do, create 2 1/1 black and red goblin creature tokens. Every time another goblin you control dies, make an opponent lose 1 life, and we gain 1 life. So with this and the Cursecrafter, you can definitely drain out your opponent very, very quickly and gives you a lot of good value. That also goes really well with the new goblin here, the Great Goblin from the Hobbit set. This is a Goblin Noble. It is a 3-mana, 3/2 legendary creature. Whenever you put 1 or more counters on a goblin, orc, or army you control, the Great Goblin deals 2 damage to target opponent. Every time or whenever another goblin, orc, or army you control dies, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until the end of your next turn. So this provides a good card draw for you. Granted, they are going to be exiled, but that still provides you a good card advantage you're going to churn through your deck. Every time you put counters, it doesn't care what kind of counters you get. So you can put +1/+1 counters, or with Blight, you can get -1/-1 counters, and that still triggers off the Great Goblin. So that actually gets you good value. And all that sacrificing with the pinging and life gain and drain stuff, Great Goblin will help you, again, churn through your deck and get you more and more cards that you can see to hopefully cast what you want to get to your victory. Finally, on the top end of the curve here is going to be 3 copies of Sling Game Lieutenant. So again, this is only going to be valuable in the historic format, not legal in Pioneer or Standard, so that's why we moved this deck to that format. But here, this is a 1/1 Goblin, and when it enters, it creates 2 tokens for you. You can sacrifice a Goblin at instant speed with this to make an opponent lose 1 life, and you gain 1 life. So this is a great finisher for the deck. If we get a critical mass of Goblins, just drain them all out with this ability. Finally, we're going to throw in 2 utility goblins, which are pretty much just a free roll for our deck here. So this is going to be Boggart Trawler here. When it enters, you exile a player's graveyard, and you can use it as a land if you don't need it to actually do any graveyard hate. So that's actually great for the deck. And again, good fodder. A 3/1 does some pretty good aggro damage here, but there are a lot of reanimator decks in the format, so we had to throw this into the main deck. Finally, going over now to the land base here, this is going to be, again, non-budget, so it's going to be a little expensive, but it does help us out a lot here. We're only going to need 2 swamps and a single mountain. We have Den of the Bugbear as our creature land because it does create for us goblins, so that means we can get more value out of it. If we need to sacrifice at instant speed, we have Phyrexian Tower here. We can sacrifice a goblin to add 2 black mana, and then we'll throw in some rare dual lands such as Bladesmire Verge, Blood Crypt, Rakkus Theater for surveilling, and to make sure we can avoid the counter spells from mono blue or any other blue deck that uses them, Cavern of Souls, make sure that if we spend this mana on a goblin, it cannot be countered. So that helps us out a lot here. That's going to be the main course of the deck here. If we do need some faster spot removal, we could throw in Snuff out here against non-black decks. As far as other things I would probably put in here, probably would be just some artifact and enchantment heat. So actually, let's throw that in now. Might as well get that while we can. So hold on. See if we can do that. Throw in a braid. I think that we're just going to do like the simple way to do it. So throw in some 2 braids there. And I think from there we'll throw in Feed the Swarm. Again, if you want to customize this however you want, just go for it. I'm just trying to throw in what I feel might be the best options for us here. Let's see. Otherwise, what else might I probably throw in here? Maybe something for, let's see. Probably an Edict effect. So yeah, just spitballing right now, everyone. And I probably, actually, no. Oh, maybe life gain, anti-life gain would be good here. Hold on. I cannot spell words. Roiling. Okay, there we go. Probably 3 Roiling Vortex. And then, let's see. I'm just trying to come up with whatever I believe could help us out here. So let's see. Sheoldred's Edict. Maybe just one Edict. Or maybe two, actually. And then what else will we throw in that can help us out with this deck? Vortexes are good there. And that's C. I think that should be it. Check anything in mixed colors real quick. Sorry. We'll get started in just a second, everyone. I'm just trying to see if we were missing anything. Oh, maybe like Claim to Fame might be good? I'm not sure. Dreadboard could destroy Planeswalkers also, but I don't know if we're going to worry about that too much in this format. Let's see. Carnage. Not sure what else we need, but I think for now, put in 2 Claim to Fames. That's probably not ideal, but we'll just keep it as is. Either way, I'll throw for you guys, if you like it, the links for both of these decks that we're playing today into the actual, hold on. Whoa, wrong playlist. Play it here. Wide match. Play some Ranked Historic. Okay, there we go. There we go. But yeah, if you do like any of the decks today, do not worry. I will leave, of course, links for you in the details below for wherever you're watching me, whether you're watching me live on X, Instagram, Twitch, or YouTube, so you can check those out, everybody. And again, if you are enjoying the content and you haven't already done so, show me some extra love today, and be sure to like, follow, and subscribe if you are a fan of playing a lot of Magic the Gathering for less with budget decks. We, of course, try to do 2 times a week our live streams. We'll throw in 1 budget deck tech throughout the week. And of course, we'll throw in some sprinkled little highlights from the streams you may have missed, along with some booster pack openings and so much more as the week goes by. But otherwise, thanks again, everyone, for your continued support, and thank you for checking me out today. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's continue on. Okay, we got the Blood Crypt, the Great Goblin, Lieutenant. Okay, so it's not too bad. Excuse me. Okay, let's see. Can we get there with what we have? Okay. So I got these. That's a cool sleep, by the way. Interesting one, by the way. Tap land. Okay, opponent, what you got? Bring it on. Let's see what our opponent's trying to do here. Alright. Okay, got another Blood Crypt, so I guess that's not too bad. Still don't have anything to play for now. But that's okay. We're just going to wait it out for a bit. Opponent's playing a Hallowed Fountain, so are we dealing with counter spells? Azorius Control? What do we have, opponents? What do we have? Opponents? Opponents? You there? Hello? Okay. Some Billivert. Okay, so it looks like Jeskai. Okay, great. We did get a Counter of Souls, which is excellent for us. Named Goblin, of course. So for that, the Great Goblin comes in, so he can't be countered. Hopefully our opponent does not have removal. Reprieve. No, they have a reprieve. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Not the worst, though. Rakdos Theater. Okay, we Surveil. Do we want the Swamp? I mean, we have everything we want. They're the Great Goblin again. Round 2. Spell okay. So they have ways of actually getting around our spells, which is really annoying. Not the worst, though. Go to 18. Okay, Swamp. Play there. Play the Boggart Trawler. Hold on. How do we do this? Okay, Boggart Trawler. I have an idea here that might work. At least I hope it works. Okay, opponents. I swear, they're going to give us now this tempo play of this, like, bouncing. Oh, jeez. Come on. Ugh. So they're just playing cards that aren't even, like, uncounterable. They're just bouncing tempo stuff. Okay, Sling Gang Lieutenant. So let's see. Can this go off? Surely you cannot have more of these kinds of spells, opponents. Surely not. Even, wow. Wow. Ah! I already hate your deck, opponents. I hate your deck so much. Go to 8. Okay, Blazemire Verge. Okay. Trying again. Sling Gang Lieutenant. Okay, finally it sticks. Play Boggart Mischief. Okay, and Blight 1. Make our opponent life gain and drain. And then finally, let's see. We'll sacrifice a goblin. Okay, opponents. Does this work? Maybe? Please? Oh god, not this card too. Okay. A card I absolutely hate, by the way. So they also have, they're playing the most obnoxious deck I can ever imagine here. So they're playing more of this, and also they can make more copies of this stupid card too. Okay, but it looks like they're trying to draw because they probably don't have an answer. What? What? What just happened there? Okay, I guess they didn't have an answer for us. Wow. I didn't think I was gonna win that one, but okay. Hey, I'll take a free win. I'll take it. Whew. That was giving me anxiety there for a second there. But oh man, what a tilting deck that was. Oof. No, don't get me wrong. I mean, we played our share of tempo decks in the past, but oof, that deck just gave me so much. Ugh. Gave me so much ick. Absolutely disgusting way to play the game. But people do play it that way. They like to play with tempo and bouncing things. Not even needing counter spells, they just kind of mess with you. Gross. I guess that leads me to a question I want to ask y'all. So, my fire friends, I do want to ask, what is your least favorite deck archetype out there? What do you hate facing off against? Do you hate discard decks, counterspelling, tempo where stuff keeps bouncing? Do you hate ramp? Let me know in the comments below, everyone, about what is your least favorite deck archetype in Magic the Gathering. I would love to hear from you. But until then, okay. So we are on the play. They're playing Loris. We have a Thoughtseize too. Okay, Sacred Foundry. Okay, Esper Sentinel. Alright, so for that, Blood Crypt. We're going to take a lot of damage here. Not fun, but I got to see what they got. They get to draw a card off of that. We get to see, okay, peeky peek. Alright, so what do we have to deal with here? Core Spirit Dancer, Mother of Runes, Amped Raptor. What is the most... Okay. Probably don't care about the Mother of Runes all that much. Spirit Dancer can get really big. Get rid of that. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Can we get around this? Can we do this? Opponents. They play their land. I'm guessing they'll play Amped Raptor. I don't think they'll play the Mother Runes just yet. It's got to be Amped Raptor. Yep. No surprise. Okay, what do they get? They got Light Paws for free. Joy. Okay, we go to 15. Boggart Mischief. Give the Rakdos Theater on top. Okay. So we're kind of now in a clunky spot here. Can't play anything for another turn or so. Opponent now has a chance to freely do their thing and get really explosive turns here. Ooh, boy. A part of me wanted to power this deck down for maybe Pioneer, but I don't know. I have to play around with it a little bit. Okay, Light Paws. 13. Okay. That Rakdos Theater comes up right now. Surveilling. Okay, Bullet Company. Okay, we need lands. So for now, play the Curse Crafter. Mostly that's just here to be a blocker. Assuming we can get it through. Okay. So let's see. Charge Mage's Rescue. If I was to guess... No, they got the Grave Spoon. Okay. Well, that's pretty much game. Because from there, they would probably just get another aura to pump themselves up, and we wouldn't be able to make that. So we go down to rank. It's okay. Affinity for anime. Yeah, counterspell and control is the most frustrating to play against. It feels so awful to not be allowed to play the game. Yeah, that's why I don't like to do it too often. Not gonna lie, I try to play a little bit of everything, even the decks that I absolutely hate. I do not like, say, stacks. I don't like playing tempo that much, only just because it just feels, I don't know, it just feels dirty. I know some players out there absolutely love it, and if you like if you like to play the game that way, I mean, hey, more power to you. But I guess you could say people just don't like when they can't play their deck. So I understand why some people hate discard, mill. I mean, mill for me is not too bad, but like discard, counterspelling, it just feels like, you know, you take the time to actually, you know, try to get your deck to do its thing, and then you can't do your thing. So I can understand where some people get frustrated with that. Okay, opponent here is... Okay, they're playing with angels, but they're also playing with... Okay, what do we want to get rid of that they have here? Most of their stuff is annoying, but... We have another Thoughtseize anyway, so we're going to hold off. Okay. Ooh, they got the Mind Stone. Okay, that's nice. Where was that a turn ago? So, Bothersome Noisemaker. Okay. Okay, Steel Sarah. Okay, what are you going to do, opponent? Nothing yet? Okay, Rakdos Theater. So, let's see. How do we want to do this? Theater. Goblin Grenade on top. Okay, so with that... I guess we Thoughtseize first. That makes our first token. And then from there... 3 mana, okay. That lifelink is going to be bad, but we got to find a way to get around things here. So with that... No attacks yet. We're going to wait. So the way I think of it right now is Goblin Grenade, the next creature comes down. We can Fatal Push. Then Steel Seraph. Once it probably does lifelink. If I'm guessing it's got to be lifelink. Yep. No surprise. Okay. Okay, they go up to 23. Okay, so there is a way to victory here. There is. Bollocks Company. Okay. So from that... Sacrifice a Goblin. Okay, from there... Fatal Push. Make a new one. Alright. Cool. Alright, that's out of the way. Bring down our Curse Crafter. Okay, so far so good. We got our pieces in. That's the good part. And our opponent is stumbling on mana, so, I mean, playing Angels. Angels are scary. But if they don't have the mana, then we have a lot of time to work with here. Great Goblin. Cool. Alright, so from here, it's just swing, swing, swing. Pushing through our damage. As much as we can. Okay, so from here... Do we do this now? No, I should probably wait a turn. So the idea I have right now is... Okay, there we go, Giada. Can't use her yet, but that's good. That helps us out a lot. Okay, oh, Bollocks Company there. Okay, so this is really good right here. So we will Goblin Grenade. Sacrificing this one. We make a new token. Alright, ping. Draw a card there. Down to 8. We will, let's see. Sacrifice that Goblin again. Ping. Oh my god, we got it. We got the dream. Yes! Oh, opponent, you should have let us finish there, but okay, everyone, you get the idea there. Yeah, we had fun with that one. Our goblins were able to outdo their angels. Nice. Very nice. Okay, well, there you go, everyone. It is a little clunky and convoluted. Not, again, the most streamlined of combos there, but you can kind of see goblins, when they cobble together just enough of them, deck actually does some fun stuff there. So we actually was happy to get that off, to go off. Affinity for anime. Maybe I lack imagination, but I pretty much just build creature-type-centric EDH commander decks. I rarely play decks outside that strategy. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. Like, of all people, I can totally understand how you feel. I personally do love playing, I love playing creature decks. Synergies with the creature decks can always feel fun, and they always feel very easy to put together. Some of them are definitely a little bit more complex than others. Like, I don't know, like, we've played spiders. We've played raccoons. I know thanks to Bloomborough, I mean, obviously creature decks are a lot easier to do. But I mean, like, when you think of things like lizards and stuff like that, they don't get nearly enough support, like, say, like, I don't know, like easy mode. Like, elves is, like, easy mode for most people. And there's nothing wrong with playing with elves. I'm not saying don't play elves because it's easy. I'm simply just saying that it is easier to play something that feels easy to put together. It feels familiar, if you will. Definitely playing other archetypes outside of creatures can be a little bit tricky just because of how the game can feel at times. Okay, got rid of all the Curse Raptor. But that's also the reason why I try to encourage players out there, even if you're not the best at certain archetypes, try to round yourself out. Teach yourself to learn how to play other decks. Only just because, even if maybe you're not a fan of, say, like, I don't know, like ramp or land destruction or +1/+1 counter strategies, it's good to at least get a good feel for it, so this way you don't feel awkward for certain things. Okay, play the Great Goblin. It helps you round out yourself a little bit better. Alright, so the hope now is, if they play the show off, can they one-shot us here? At full price? I guess we'll find out here. So don't feel like you lack imagination, Affinity for anime. I mean, the way I started teaching myself how to kind of build outside of my comfort zone was just to play stuff you're not used to. Play those control decks. Play those tempo decks. And it will help you learn to understand their strategies better so you can feel more comfier when you play the decks you do love to play. But it will take time. So in a way, I guess it's kind of good that, with me personally, playing a lot on stream, even if I lose a lot, it helps teach me the game a little bit better and help me understand strategies far better than just kind of sticking to what I know. But again, you play the game however you want. I'm merely just a fireball that just loves playing a bunch of different stuff. Okay, Tommy Scamp. Show off. All right. Opponents, is that it? Are we swinging? Okay, Amp Raptor. Ooh. Interesting strategy, opponent, but okay. Or Fire Hero. Okay, so just straight up aggro. Okay, 19. All right, okay, we got 2 Goblin Grenades. That's good, actually. So for now, okay, Boggart Mischief. We will Blight 1 on the Curse Raptor. Ping our opponents. We can't attack yet because the Amp Raptor kind of slows us down. Okay, so for here, if we can pull this off, we can Goblin Grenade maybe our way to victory here. But we only have 1 turn to do it. That's risky. Because I don't know what our opponent's going to try to do here. Okay. Opponents. Will they burn out the Great Goblin? Or are they going to try to pump up their team? Okay, well, we'll find out right here. Opponent, what are we doing? What are we doing? Reckless Charge, okay. Ugh. Okay, it's getting a little scary out here. Sound the alarm. Okay, so from there, alright, well, not much we can do now, except just block and hope for the best. Okay. Okay, we lose 1 creature there, but we get to ping our opponents. We exile another card. Okay. Okay, and then life gain and drain, but they end up also killing us here. Okay, ping. Another life. Yeah. Alright. Hard to get through a Cacophony Scamp with a deck that focuses on removal, but it is what it is, everyone. So no progress today so far. No, we did not have fun with that one. Sad face. Sad face. It's okay. It's all good, everyone. still, at least that last game definitely proved Goblins still has it. So I do like what the deck is trying to do. I would probably refine this a little bit more if I had more time. But yeah, I threw this together like 3 a.m. last night. So I thought, oh, I got to get something ready for the Historic Pauper. But also, it was an excuse for me to just build a new Goblin deck. Honestly, if I had to pick, Goblins is definitely my #1 favorite creature type. I don't know why. Well, actually, I kind of know why. My first actual pre-constructed deck was a mono-red aggro Goblin deck from way, way back in the day. So I guess maybe that's why I have an affinity for goblins. These disgusting little critters. Can't ever get enough of them. Okay. So reminiscing aside, let's see. Okay, so we got nothing for the opening. So remember Blood Crypt tapped. We'll try to put down that bothersome noisemaker so we can start making goblin tokens. Quarry Seal Cutter, okay. Something to worry about there, but we'll see. Let's make some noise. Alright, so once we can start getting tokens going, we should be fine. It's only awkward because we don't have a... No. Alright, well, there's the show off trying to do its thing. That's going. Okay, so is it going to just be aggro decks for the rest of the stream? That's going to be boring. Okay, so for now, though, I guess we'll play the Curse Crafter. On the off chance it ends up dying, at least we have a way of just village rightsing our way to some more cards. Okay, Wizard's Lightning, as I figured. Okay, might as well just get some value out of it. Okay, draw cards. Maybe. Monster's Rage. Okay. Making more tokens. Okay. They pumping. Ugh. Go to 4. Wow. Arena, why do you set me up like this? Like, we build a deck that's meant to be slow and grindy, and the only thing they're going to throw at us is just more decks that just focus on just creating more aggro for us. Okay, we make 2 tokens. Okay. Monster Swift Sphere. Okay. Block here. Block here. Okay. Go to 1. Is that it? Do we put the Quarry Steel Cutter on something else? Maybe. I don't know. Are we done, opponents? Okay, last card. All right. So, Boggart Mischief. Okay, so from here... Yeah, we don't have enough to do both, do we? Aw. I was hoping we would. Bowls Company. Sacrifice here. Okay. Put a 1/1 counter. Make the tokens. Yeah, we're dead. There was no way we couldn't get out of that one. That's a shame. Wait, no. Oh, that's the one. Okay. Affinity for anime. Yeah, that's the same reason why I like Birds so much. Birds was the first deck I ever won a full Friday Night Magic standard back in the day, so I love Birds to this day. You know what? Now that you mentioned it, I realize now we haven't made a tempo bird deck in a while, and there actually is a hilariously good bird that actually can be fun to work with if we can put it together just right. I think you gave me the idea for a new Pioneer deck that I think I'm going to try to build for a future stream, or maybe I'll make a deck tech out of it. So yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I've been trying to make like a new Azorius Flyers deck, but I think you just gave me the right idea for what I want to do. But any case, until then, okay, opponent is doing some mulliganing. That helps us out. Ooh, they're still doing more mulliganing. Oh wow, they're really mulliganing. Are we gonna get our free win out of this? Mulliganing 3 times means you're gonna go down to 4 cards, opponents. Are they gonna keep it? Or are they going to give up? What are we doing, opponents? Oh, wow. They went all the way to 3? That buzzed me. They're 3 perfect cards. Pretty freebooter. Okay. I mean, if that's what you want to do, opponents, that's fine. So let's see. Let's get down the Rakdos Theater first, since we don't have to worry about anything. Okay, Den of the Bugbear on top. That's okay. So we have our lands. That's good. That's what we wanted. Okay, Den of the Bugbear. Play our Bothersome Noisemaker. Make some noise, huh? Huh? I bet you the Noisemaker would be playing with air horns. Opponents? Opponent, you there? Oop, clock's ticking. Opponents. Lou. Lou. Okay. So we got that down. Okay. They have a Pauper Trawler too. Mono Black Sacrifice, Aristocrats. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there you go. Non-game, but I kind of predicted that was going to happen anyway, so it is what it is. So, free win. Just a free win. Okay. So, getting our wins in, getting our dailies done. We'll just keep the good times rolling as much as we can. We have a little bit of time left in the stream, everyone. We're looking at probably the next maybe 25 minutes, and then we'll be out for today. But I still appreciate all of you who have been with me today on the live stream. So thank you one more time, everyone. If you do want to be a true Fiery friend and you really want to help me out, there is also an exclusive Patreon page for our true Fiery friends and subscribers to the channel. So on the Patreon page, for those that are interested, we do have some exclusive behind-the-scenes stuff on there, some ideas, again, we're on spitball. Some of them don't always make it to actual main decks. We also have some exclusive videos there that are actually not posted to the main channel. And also we will try to throw on there some exclusive live streams, or at least the replays of those live streams if you do miss them, so you can check out again stuff that we do beyond Magic the Gathering. Your support will help keep this channel going, everyone. However, if you want to, for free, you also can just simply join our Discord. And again, if you're trying to find the links for those are located on our main channels, but they're also going to be located in the details of this live stream once we are done. So either way, thank you to everyone who has continued to support me in any way, shape, or form, because I appreciate every single one of you that are watching today. Thank you for that, everyone. My only thing that I feel kind of sad about is just, I'm sorry to say, I really wish I can get the stream to actually pick up on the other channels to put it in one cohesive stream chat. Because I can see there's a lot of you that are watching me from other channels that they don't have an integrated way to put in their stuff. So sorry about that, everyone. But still, appreciate y'all just the same. Okay, Boggart Mischief. Cool. We have Mass Goblins 1. So that's actually good because we can actually use that right now. Okay, assuming our opponent lets us. Okay, cool. And then we blight. So we do lose that token right now. But we get value out of it still. All right, cool. Yeah, if our opponent blows away our creatures, the Mischief alone can help us out. Okay, Island. Opponent. Do they have what I think they might? Okay, I have an idea. We might as well just get aggressive here. Make 2 more tokens, so this will be good. Ooh. Oh, Fragment Reality. Okay, so we're going to have to do this now. I don't want to do this now, but I have no choice. Might as well drain our opponent now. Okay. There we go. Get some good value still. All right. Hey, that wasn't too bad, right? I do like this actually because this is Kindred. You can actually sacrifice it like a regular Goblin token. So it's actually really cool if we can do that. Cool. All right, got the Fatal Push. So from here... Curse Crafter. All right. And I think this might be game. I don't know what our opponent put away there, but that should be enough. Cool. Okay, opponent. Is that it? Is this a Settle the Wreckage? Ooh, Gonjo. Okay, so from here... Noisemaker. Drain him. Drain him. Anything else, opponents? Okay, and with that, that should be game here now. All right, almost. Yes. Opponent knew what was going to happen, and he already has had enough. All right. Yes. That was a beautiful one. All right, sacrificing for value. Goblins at their best, everybody. All right. Feel good about that. Okay, so still making some good progress here. We've had our losses, but we actually have gotten some wins with the deck, so I'm actually pretty satisfied with it currently. But we'll go over, of course, as always, at the end of the stream, how well we did. The good, the bad, and the ugly for any deck. So we'll do some little overview, some quick little analysis and results about how we feel about the deck. And we'll end it from there. Okay, so let's see. We get to go first. Oof. This is going to be an expensive hand if we're not careful, but on the other hand, okay, this is going to be really painful. But I'm going to do it. Thoughtseize. So that means 5 life already gone. Let's see. Throw away the Curse of Silence. That can't stick. Opponent doesn't have anything for turn 1. Blazemire Verge. Okay. Still nothing yet from us. Okay, Saram. Lots of Goblin Grenades. Okay, Verge Land also. Keep that on top. Bothersome Noisemaker. Okay, so for now, Saram gets to stick around for a bit. Ideally, I would like another Goblin just to toss out, but these grenades, not what I needed now. Those would have been better later on, once we have everything established. Charge Mage's Rescue. Now we have to take the hit. Not ideal. Okay, Noisemaker again. And pass. So any non-creature spell ideally next turn will be fantastic for us to start building up our Goblin army. We can then use those as sacrifice to the grenade. One's going to get greedy too, though, because they have all 3 of their pieces here that can help them get auras out. Okay, opponent is still trying to swing. Shard Mage's Rescue yet? Or are they going to wait? What you going to do here, opponents? Are you going to try to get greedy? Gonna try to go big? Okay, they are. Okay. Okay, so that enters. I'm guessing they're going to dig out... I forgot what the name of that enchantment is. It's the one that, again, gives +1/+1. Oh, Sticky Fingers. Huh. I was expecting, but okay. Go to 9. Make a treasure token. Now, if they have Sheltered by Ghosts, then we're dead. Okay, Pauper Rakdos Crafter. Not quite what I want, but I guess I'll take it. Okay. So from there... Okay, we'll do it that way. We amass Goblins 1. Okay, that's our first one. And second one. 7 to 15. And then from here... Sacrifice again. Ping, ping. Does that work, or did they actually have a protection spell? If they do, then yeah, we're dead. Trying. Yeah, they got the rescue. All right, we're dead. There's no way to come back for that because the way the deck is designed, they're way faster than us. So I'm just going to take my L now. Dang. It's okay, everyone. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so we'll still keep going just a little bit longer. Looking at the clock right now, maybe like 2 more matches. And I think that might be it for today, everyone. But let's see. Can we get 2 more wins? I'm hoping we can. Okay, so grenades again. Got the Curse Crafter. We go second, though. Verge into Rakdos Theater. Curse Crafter. Okay. Opponents. Water Grave. Oh, Hypnotic Architect. Not my favorite card to see, but okay. Ornithopter. Alright. Let's get the Verge. Alright, let's see what they're holding into their hand there. Okay, so they got... Get rid of the Hacker. Okay, so at the very least... That's gone. Let's see, whenever this creature attacks, a random card in their library perpetually becomes a basic land in addition to its other card types. Okay, that's totally fair. That is totally fair. How that works. Yay. Prismatic Vista. Alright. So if the Curse Crafter ends up getting blown up, I mean, so be it. Okay, Vista. So they get the free card draw there. Is that Toru? Okay. Mischief. Can't do anything yet. Counter Souls will keep on top. Swinging still. So that means, let's see. Okay, they could draw another card. Let's see. Opponent, what should we be doing? 2 cards I don't know of. Okay, Silver Fur Master. Okay, thank you. Pump. Ugh. That's a pretty big hit to us. Anything else, opponents? Anything else? Circuit Hacker again. Okay. Down to 9. Is that it? Okay. Helicopter. Land. Free draw a card because that's totally fair. Okay. So at this point, I don't think we're going to win. There's not much we can really do against this plan. Even if I block here, that's, well, 1, 2, 3. I mean, we're not dead, but we're not going to survive probably the next hit or so. Okay. Like, I can block here. If they do their stuff here, then they can just ninjutsu. Yep. Wait for it. Wait for it. Opponent, I know you have it in hand. Yeah, they got Kaido. And that's game. Oh, man.
I've seen scarier things in a bowl of
Alright.
noodles.
Alright. Not gonna be mad. Not gonna be mad. I mean, our spicy hot homebrew here can only do so much on its own. But again, it has gotten some victories here and there. Okay. So this is gonna be it, everyone. Final game for today. Win or lose. So let's make some noise for this one here. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's do this. We can do this. We got this. Logging in. All right. So whatever our opponent throws at us, we're gonna see if we can try to get one more victory here. Okay. Oh wow. We got the we got the Thoughtseize. We got the removal hand. But I swear, if it turns out that it's not removal, oh dear, then it's gonna really be a stinky hand. I know. Some people might yell at me right now, but I'm going to hold this because we actually have been a little bit slow today. I'm hoping the Fatal Push should be enough. Right? Right? Okay, tap land there. Okay, Rakdos Theater. So for this, play the Theater first. Surveil. Okay. That actually might be good on top. Okay, opponents. What are we playing? Anything yet? Overgrown Tomb, so they could either ramp, they could either... Oh, okay. Ruin Lurker Bat. Huh. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but okay. I think instead... Let's see. Okay, Ruin Lurker Bat. What could that mean? Okay, opponents. Black Loafing Pest. Okay. Cat goes bye-bye. We'll get rid of the loaf in a bit. We'll find a way. So for now, Noisemaker. Making some noise. Momo. Moseo. Get the pump. Get a creature. They swing in. Down to 17. Cavernous Souls. Okay, so for that, obviously named Goblin. Let's see. Folds Company. We can... Fatal Push away Momo. Mass Goblins 1. Sacrifice the Goblin. Thoughtseize. Make a new Goblin. What do they have left? Path to Exile. Okay. And Bitter Triumph. Throw away the Path to Exile. Swing here. Go to 16. Okay. So our opponent actually has some good removal there. Not what I wanted to see, but... Okay. Is this going to be enough? They swing. They gain life. They pump up their whole team. Ugh. Maybe we should have got rid of the pest instead. We'll take the hit here. Not much of a choice. Down to 7. Okay, Bat comes back. Okay, Noisemaker. So let's see. Sacrifice here to make some mana. How do we want to do this? Okay, amass again. Opponents. Do they have removal? Do they have a way to stop us? Bitter Triumph. Okay. Well, we can't really use that anymore anyway. Okay, so... Life Gain or Drain. Bothersome Noisemaker again. No attacks yet. Dang, we just... I guess I should have got rid of the pest. That probably would have been the best thing to get rid of, and I probably messed that up. Okay, so they gain life. Okay, so for that, block here, block here. Down to 4. Okay, we life gain and drain though, so we go back up. They get a little bit more pump though. And they can bring something back if they want to, which is Momo. Blood Crypt. Okay, so from here... Great Goblin. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anything past this point, so I'm just going to go for all in here. Okay. Bitter Triumph. Okay. Dang. Make our tokens. We go to 3 and we lose. No. Wow. That was unfortunately a sad way to end it. But again, fortunately, it is what it is, everyone. Wow, we went down in rank again. Could never get out of Platinum. At least not this round. Oh well. It is what it is, everyone. In any case, let's go ahead, let's talk about the decks overall, because we need to wrap it up for today. So, Pauper Goblins. I know this was just made for the event, but what do you think overall about the deck, everyone? Did we try to make this too weak? Was this deck too weak? Should we have tried maybe stronger goblins? In all honesty, I thought that the Amass Goblins plan would have been a good one, but it seemed like it just wasn't quite doing it for us. Or I guess you could say even in Pauper, it was a little on the slow side. So I probably would rebuild this again to be a little bit more refined. But I really wanted to try a lot of the new goblins that we haven't had a chance to play with from the past several months. And of course, that's not to say the ones from The Hobbit are bad, but I think maybe with a different style of deck, they probably would be better for us. Overall, I don't hate the deck. It just needs to be rebuilt to make it more refined. So note to self for that one. However, as far as the Aristocrats one, again, same thing. I really wanted to like what this deck does. It is fun when you can kind of see when things go off. But there were actually quite a few games where we actually got overwhelmed, either because our opponents went bigger than us, or they just had ways of stabilizing way faster. The deck, unfortunately, does not have any good turn 1 hits aside from what? Fatal Push and Thoughtseize, but it also can be a little bit on the risky side with how much life we lose with the deck. So the only way you get that life back is you have to use your Sling Gang Lieutenants. You have to use your Boggart Mischiefs. But as you saw, some of our matches, we didn't get a chance to put them down because by the time you get to that turn 3, most opponents are already ready to go to smash their way in. So fast format, just be aware of that. If for those of you out there that are interested in trying this maybe for a different format, such as, say, Pioneer, I probably could say you might want to, but you're going to lose a lot of power behind things like you can't use Goblin Grenade, so you're going to have to use a different burn spell, which also kind of changes the dynamics of the deck. Boggart Trawler also cannot be used as well, so that means you would have to lead out behind, so that means you don't have main deck graveyard hate. And also Sling Gang Lieutenant also will be gone too, so that means you won't be able to use this at all for any kind of life gain and drain. You have to rely a lot more completely on cards like Boggart Mischief. Not that it can't be done, but your deck will feel very, very different from what we actually put together today. However, if you still like what the deck is trying to do, and you still want to play it for in any of the formats, one more time, I'll leave it behind for you guys in the details below, links to both decks. So maybe if you do like them, maybe you have an idea that has inspired you from this, check out what we have and we'll kind of give you an idea of what you can build further inward. But otherwise, that'll be it for the deck on that side, everyone. Before we go, as always, if you made it this far into the live stream, thank you for being a true Fire friend and sticking out for the entire stream, because here's a quick little sneak peek as to what's to come for the future live streams. So, Friday morning, we're going to be doing Smog Burn. So we have a burn deck that's built around Mono Red, Treasures, and Smog the Magnificent. This is actually a really fun card. I've been playing around with it myself in my free time. I actually really like what this card does. So hopefully we can get together a bunch of treasures and burn away our opponents. Beyond that, as far as our next deck tech, I think we might be ready to go now finally to actually record this one. So we actually have a Golem deck that I built together. I haven't had a chance to finish out the rest of the actual sideboard here, but this one also will be standard legal. So a little deck that's built around the Golem and his precious. Yeah. Sorry, that's my best impression. Not the best, but we'll work on that a little bit more in the next couple days. Otherwise, we still just need to build the sideboard as I mentioned, but beyond that, our only other deck that I think I'm going to do is going to be, we have a Wolf deck. So we have a Golgari Wolves deck that I haven't had a chance to play with just yet. See, same thing. No sideboard yet because I'm still trying to test it out a little bit, but I think this one also might be good to go for either a stream or maybe I might actually make a deck tech around this one. Beyond that, next week, if you are still watching, we do have a unique stream we're going to be doing next week, where it's going to be, again, a player battle stream. So that'll be our only stream next week, because next week is this Fireball's birthday on the 28th of August. So I'm going to take a couple days off. So there won't be as many videos next week, but I will still put out there at least a couple of quick shorts of some highlights. And we'll finally try to see if we can get some booster pack openings from the Hobbit. We haven't had a chance to do that this whole season since the set came out. So we're going to see if we can crack some packs, maybe get some good cards out of those packs that we open up. Otherwise, it's going to be just that one stream where if you want to challenge me, you can bring in any deck you want to play against me with, and in any format you want to play with me. So as you can see, I have more than enough decks to play around with, whatever you want to play at any power level. If you want me to play against you with something that's low powered or something that's, high powered, well, I have a little bit of everything. So I will announce, of course, the official day, which should be, I believe, we're looking at shooting off on most likely it's going to be like Monday or Tuesday next week. So that's going to be a thing. And then beyond that, a couple weeks going into September, we'll see if we can try to wrap up the rest of The Hobbit and then, play whatever comes into my brain by that point. But otherwise, that's going to be it for today, everyone. So thank you to everyone one more time who has been here with me on today's live stream. Appreciate all of you guys. So again, shout outs to those of you that were in the chat with me specifically, like Chicken Stew today. So thanks again for popping in. Ellie Gamer, thanks again if you're hiding. So hopefully, again, you're having a good day there. And of course, Affinity for Anime, thanks again for popping in as well. And of course, every single one of you that's been watching across all my other formats. Sorry if I can't acknowledge every single one of you. The chat can only just limit ourselves to only just a handful of things. So hoping to find a way we can get integrated in here in the future, maybe like an X chat or at least a chat with Instagram. But again, shout outs to everyone from whatever platform you're on. I still appreciate you guys watching just the same. The replays, if you missed anything today, will be available across all formats. So whatever you want to watch me, there'll be a replay for you to check me out. Otherwise, that's pretty much all I have to say, everyone, except thank you once again. We're going to be ending it today. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everyone. Have fun doing the Midweek Magic event. Maybe your deck will go off a little bit faster than mine. But again, we'll get a chance to do this again next week with all of you guys that want to challenge me. I'll leave more details for that in the coming days. But otherwise, my only final thing I want to leave you with for today will be to just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We'll see you again next week, everyone. Later.